Hi guys, it is week 2. This week our theme is who is your coach, and our focus is landings. So something you want to do in your warm-up is definitely teach the motorcycle landing position, and then make sure when you go to each station that you are reviewing that position with each of your kiddos. So over here at circuit 1, we're just going to run up our cheese and jump into our motorcycle position. Then over here, this station is the same as last week. So that way you can explain and they just remember what to do. It's the log roll with a prop above our head. We just changed the prop this week. Over on the bars, it's very simple. If you're trying to explain it very easily, it's just jumping to front support on all 3 stations. So we're gonna jump from the box. That one back there can be a little bit of a challenge because you can change the height that they jump from. You can either turn the cheese around and have them jump from the top, or have them jump from the bottom. And then over here, we're doing some jumps on the Bosu and then jump to front support. Then over here, we have 3 stations that are also focusing on landings. So over here, we're gonna rock to candlestick, jump over the bridge, land in our circle, in our motorcycle position. Over here, we're jumping from a height, jump and land with our noodle. And then last one, we have our noodle and we are gonna jump backwards and then jump into the circle. And that is it for those stations. That's everything for circuit 1. Again, I just want to remind everyone to break down your explanations. I would explain stations 1 and 2. Then I would explain all of these 3 stations together, and then these 3 stations together. That way you're really breaking it up and it's not information overload. And then just explain it as simply as you can. All right, guys, we're at circuit 2. So at this first station, this is the same idea as circuit 1 last week, where they're just pushing the bar with the sliders, but we're gonna walk on the hot dog beam. Then over here on our shite beam, they're gonna walk forwards. Every time they reach a plunger, they're gonna jump into the hoop beside it. Over on this station, we are doing bear walks with our hands on the yellow beam, feet on the regular beam, or you can switch it up backwards, whichever is easier for your group. There will be props of the coach's faces on here in hands next to it. So every time they reach one, they're just gonna give the coach a high five. Then over here, we're doing donkey kicks into a squat on, stand up, and they're doing a straight jump stick position over here. And that is it for circuit 2. We're at circuit 3. So over here, we're gonna have coaches' faces on the grass beam. They're gonna walk as soon as they reach a coach's face. They're gonna jump their feet apart and back together on the beam. Then back there, we're doing donkey kicks with our hands on the red boxes, jump to squat on, straight jump off, landing in our motorcycle. Over on the rings, we're just doing swings. We're kind of doing like glide swings where they're just gonna swing their legs over the bridge and back onto the other side. So just glide swings. Then over here, we have a position station just like last week. We're just doing front supports. Again, with your kinders and your minis, you can do front supports and then they can walk around the donut in a circle. And then over here, we have a noodle. We're holding it above our head, walking on the beam, jump on the trampoline, straight jump stick into the circle. And that is it for station 3. All right, guys, we are at circuit 4. This is our interchangeable circuit. So every week might look a little different. Our focus right now is line drills. So this circuit is done every other week for minis and twinkles, but kinders do this every week. So we really want to start off the bat by teaching them how to do line drills in a controlled manner that is still fun and interactive. So what you're going to do is you're going to split your group up into 2 teams. So one team here standing behind the half circle, the other team behind that half circle. The first person gets to stand on the dot of each team. They're going to grab a ribbon, and then you're just going to ask them to do a locomotion. So we're going to start with tippy toe walks, and they're going to use the ribbon, and they're going to walk all the way down, tippy toe walks, drop the ribbon down, and sit in the circle. That's it. Then the next person, your next 2, can go all the way down. Once your whole group has made it to this side, now we're gonna move on to running. So your first person's gonna line back up at the dot, and you're gonna take your ribbon and run. And then we're gonna do bunny hops, and we're gonna do bear walks. And then I would even try some long jumps. How long can you jump? And that is it. So you're just going back and forth. You'll notice it's very small because we wanna keep them nice and contained. I find when we let them go the whole length of the floor, they get a little overexcited and they wanna run around. So this keeps it nice and controlled. They still have ribbons to keep it fun. And that way you can actually focus on your line drills. But that is it. These hoops again are used for sitting areas while they're waiting for turns. And you'll see them over here as well. And that is it.